FM फ्रीक्वेंसी फ्रेंड्स की 3:22 सेकेंड्स एग्जैक्टली हो रहा है टाइम। एंड इस वक्त हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही स्पेशल मेहमान जुड़ गए हैं ऑल द वे फ्रॉम बॉम्बे आई एम श्योर। एंड ही इज द वन एंड ओनली आदित्य। एंड आदित्य, अ वेरी वेरी वार्म वेलकम। कैसे हो
Thank
आप?
you so much. Thanks a lot, Smriti. I'm good. I'm very excited to be over here
राइट। फैंटास्टिक
with you.
फैंटास्टिक।
Yeah.
मुझे बताया गया कि आपने किस हिसाब से जी लिया गाने में, जीने के बहुत सारे नुस्खे बताए और जीने का हमको नज्म समझा दिया। और
I
वाकई व्हाट अ सोलफुल सॉन्ग। सो
That's so
यस,
sweet. Thank you.
आदित्य एन इज द गाय जिन्होंने बनाया है इस कमाल के गाने को फ्रॉम द फिल्म तू या मैं। In fact, last week I spoke to Bijoy Nambiar for the film,
Oh wow. Okay.
and it was really, really nice. We talked about music, we talked about films, and so
Right.
much more. ओके आदित्य, अब तुमसे जानना चाहती हूँ जी लिया के बारे में बताओ। ये गाना हुआ कैसे एंड हाउ डिड इट ऑल हैपन? हाउ डिड यू राइट इट? व्हाई डिड यू राइट इट? लाइक दिल से निकला कुछ क्या?
Actually, काफी हद तक it was from the heart only because Adarsh and I we actually started writing music. हमने ये गाना बनाना स्टार्ट किया था 2024 में। बस आई मीन फॉर फन इट वाज वी डिडंट हैव एनी प्लान कि हम इसको कहाँ कहाँ पे रिलीज करेंगे कि फिल्म में जाएगा या नहीं। फिल्म तो मतलब कुछ कुछ वो टाइम पे वो थॉट था ही नहीं।
हम्म।
फिर करते करते जब गाना बना, आदर्श ने he played it to Bijoy on set and Bijoy said he wants it in the film and बड़ी कोइंसिडेंटल सी बात थी कि हम गाने को मिक्स कर मतलब अब अपने साउंड इंजीनियर से we were about to send it for mix
हम्म।
and literally the day after I sent our sound engineer files, I got this call saying just hold on because he wants it in the film. So ये बड़ी कोइंसिडेंटल सी चीज हुई और मतलब मोस्टली तो इन ऑल माय अदर फिल्म्स एंड शोज व्हिच आई वर्कड ऑन आई गेट कमीशन लाइक राइट फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट। बट इसमें पहली बार शायद आई लाइफ में ऐसा हुआ हो कि कोई मजे में हमने हमने बना लिया था गाना एंड इट जस्ट went in the film and it has become a very integral part of the film. I didn't even know how much because we have a slow version of the track as well. And when I went to watch the film, tab maine, I realized how much it has been used in the film, which I was humbled by and so incredibly grateful for. So Bijoy, I mean, I just want to say a big thank you to him for the belief he's shown in our song.
Absolutely. I think not only him, now the fans, the people who are listening to the
Yeah,
song, वो भी आप अपना faith आपके इस गाने के ऊपर दे रहे हैं. So really congratulations from our
thank you.
hearts, यार.
Thanks a
All
lot.
right. आदित्य, तुम्हारे बारे में बातें करते हैं. शुरू से शुरू करते हैं. Like where are you from and when did you think of coming into music? How did it all start? बॉम्बे कैसे आना वो बताओ मुझे please.
तो ये ना एक बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग सी स्टोरी। इट्स अ बिट लॉन्ग बट आई मेक इट शॉर्ट। I'm originally from Delhi and as you must have observed by now I have a speech impediment. I stammer.
Okay.
तो मेरे को एक्चुअली planes fly करने थे। When I was younger I wanted to fly jets, but people who stammer are not allowed to fly planes like passenger planes and all that. So then I
Hmm.
thought, what else? And music has been a part of my life since I was, I think, about 8 years old or 5, 6 years old in some way. My mother is a classical vocalist, so it's always been a part of my household. तो करते करते फिर वो बात आई कि अभी म्यूजिक करना है फुल टाइम। तो I mean, you got to earn, you got to live all the things that I think everyone experiences at home when they're in their 20s or like early sorry late teens. So then I thought I should move and I came to Bombay in 2013, and that was I think it has changed my life in ways that I can't even explain, because I found a sense of home in a way that I haven't found ever. The industry has been super accepting, and the friends I've made are incredible. तो मेरे लिए तो ये घर ही हो गया. I've been here for the last 13 years almost now.
That's a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so that's mostly my story. And then I work with a friend of mine, so we ended up doing all the original songs for this show on Netflix called Class.
Hmm.
And there we had done 10 original songs. So that was again, like, I feel at every stage of your career something happens that shifts it in a big way, and then you have the smaller things that keep going on, which tide you through your life in some way. लेकिन एक आध चीज आती है. Now ये वाला जो गाना है, for example, I never imagined the kind of reach it'll have, but वो आज हो गया है. तो मतलब I know it'll be a big shift in my in the way I see myself as a musician, and I'm quite sure it'll be a big shift in the way the world also sees me. Because ये दो तीन बारी, like, class के बाद was the first time I really experienced it change. Um, then last year we scored this show called The Royals. That was also a fairly interesting shift in my career. It was a big change to the way I started seeing myself. Like, बाहर से जो लोग आपको what they see you plus the validation you get, those are things that are not in your hands. But how you start seeing yourself becomes a very important thing, because then you know that you're not bad. You're doing fine. So that's effectively how it's happened.
Right. So 13
Yeah,
years, I would say 13 powerful years. Years that when
I
you
hope so.
learnt, you
Yeah,
applied, you are
yeah,
rocking right now. And that is what the best part is. I mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel happy, satisfied, content? क्या चल रहा है दिमाग में?
Of course, I mean, there is no end to wanting more.
That's
Uh,
right.
as an artist, I'm not saying in terms of anything else. As an artist, I feel for anyone, and I think all my friends, all the guys I work with, everyone would agree with me when I say that as an artist, you always long for more. Like, when you make one song, you don't want to make another song like that. You want to make something better. So that kind of hunger should always stay also. If it's not there, then you got to reevaluate how and why you're feeling stuck in that space. But I definitely feel content with the fact that I have amazing human beings around me. That to me, it it matters a lot, because they are the ones who manage to also hype you up, but they also manage to like they help you keep your feet on the ground. And I think that in this world is very important.
Right. Lucky you are that you have people around you, such people
Incredibly,
around
yeah.
you. And may you have a lot more of them around you in
I
time
hope
to
so.
come.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
you resemble a friend of mine.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm looking at you. I'm like, कहीं देखा है इसको, कहीं देखे लायक लगता है मैंने तेरे को. फिर मेरे को ध्यान आया कि अच्छा ये तो मेरे एक फ्रेंड की तरह दिखता है. Fantastic. All right, let's talk about Julia the song. It's such a
Hmm.
beautiful songs with wonderful words, lyrics जो दिल को छू जाए. ये गाना लिखने का कारण तुम्हारी गर्लफ्रेंड या फिर क्या है, ये बताओ मुझे.
एक्चुअली ये गाना लिखने का कारण यही था कि आदर्श और मुझे को कुछ बनाना था साथ में. लाइक वी मेट थ्रू अ फ्रेंड ऑफ आवर्स, धीर. एंड एंड ही सेड you guys should work with each other, because you will vibe with each other well. And Adarsh was anyway planning to make some songs for himself and all that. So he came to me, and I think in these kind of cases, no, when you're making songs that don't have a specific film brief or something like that, you really have to get to know the person. So actually, words, like, the words are by Ch- Chakori, who's a very close friend of mine, and a very important friend of mine. She also wrote the words for the songs in class. Um, उसका लिखने का ढंग जो है वो बहुत मतलब बहुत रेयर है और बहुत बहुत ही स्पेशल है वो। तो जब हमने ये ट्यून बनाई तो आदर्श also knows her, so he only contacted her. He contacted her, and then they actually worked on the words, and I didn't have much of a role to play there, but I have produced uh, the full track. I have composed the tune with him, and I think we had to spend a lot, like a fair amount of time with each other to get to know each other first. तो हमने काफी बस ऐसे ही जैम भी किया कहीं, मतलब we just started to like I started to play the piano one day, and he started to sing, I started to sing, like it just was a very organically friendly process where we actually ended up becoming good friends. And that's why I tie back to that thing of how important it is to have good human beings in your life, because that's how you manage to get गाने की soul will not come from how cool it sounds. गाने की soul will come from the guys who work on it and how much they care about it. And I think all three of us have really, really cared a lot about the song. And then when Lotika also came in to sing, she brought a whole new feeling that we hadn't even thought of. तो मतलब चार लोग जिनको कुछ अच्छा बनाना था, और जिनके स्किल सेट्स हैं, मतलब वी आर ऑल गाइस हु हैव वर्कड इनफ इन आवर लाइव्स टू नो कि हमारे स्किल सेट्स स्ट्रॉन्ग इनफ है। आई वुड नॉट से कि हम बहुत बहुत ही अमेजिंग है या कुछ है, बट स्ट्रॉन्ग इनफ है, लोग अच्छे हैं, और उस that combination can be really great if it works out. And like in our case it worked out, and I'm so happy about that.
क्या बात है. More power to the three of you. Please
Thank
convey
you.
my regards to Adarsh, and please also convey
For
regards
sure.
to Kajuri. Kajuri, right? Kakuri.
Cha cha
Chakuri.
cha Chakori, yes.
करेक्ट, राइट.
Yeah.
ओके, एंड ऑल्सो वन थिंग, अगर आदर्श से नेक्स्ट टाइम बात हो तो बोलना कि मैंने एक ऐसी बंदी से बात करी जो जमशेदपुर की रहने वाली है.
अरे वाह, क्या बात है.
यस.
I
सो
will
आई हेल
I'll
फ्रॉम
I'll
जमशेदपुर.
message him immediately after.
या. Thank you
That's
so
awesome.
much. Right, let's talk about the
Amazing.
coming up, the projects that you're going to all set to work on, and whatever is happening in the life for the next
Hmm.
phase.
So currently I'm working. So I also work as a music producer for for other composers of, like, now very few, but I like working with two three of them, because I still feel like I get to learn a lot. I don't have to be on the client side, like the client facing side, and I can fully focus on the creativity. तो वो जो एक that same thing about having the hunger to do more and to do better. I feel like musicians have to be open to doing that with each other, as opposed to seeing yourself at a particular stage in your career. You have to have the ability to absorb more. So currently I'm working as a music producer on a Netflix show. I'm not allowed to talk about it, so I can't say what it is, but yeah, that should be out soon, I hope. And I'm also working on a bunch of collaboration tracks, very similar to what Adarsh and I had done with
Jilia.
this song, yes. We are actually working on a couple of tracks. And then I have some music lined up with Lisa and 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 Mishra. I've got a lot of indie artists from, like, especially from Delhi, Kamakshi Khanna, Dhruv Vishwanath. Then I'm in the process of releasing a track with a very interesting art 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 artist who hails from in Indore. Her name is Swati. So Swati and I are working, like, we worked on a track. It should be out soon. So just look at my Spotify in a few weeks, and I think you'll find it there. But we are working we're working on a couple of tracks. She also wrote all of our songs on the Royals, the words of our songs on the Royals. So a lot of interesting musicians at different various stages of their careers, which is again like always ties back to wanting to do something fresh. I just finished a songwriting camp in Pune with Herd Music, incredible guys, and I hate to say it, but I was one of the oldest guys in that camp.
Why do you hate
So
to say it? It's good. Come on. Be proud of
it's
whatever we
fine.
have at age.
I used to be the youngest guy in the room, so now that switchover is new. It's incredibly interesting, and these kids really hype me up a lot. So it was really nice. It's very important to learn from the ones who are starting out now, I feel, because they know what's going on in their worlds, and you as a musician cannot always know what's best for the crowd. It's a big part of why whenever I've worked on music that has broken out, like Class or J or in any of these songs, like I've seen a uh, fair few art articles about us saying that it's a Gen Z track, but I'm not Gen Z. Adarsh and I are not Gen Z, but
You're
we,
millennials?
yes, we can connect with Gen Z because we put ourselves selves in those places. We don't shy away from doing that, and I think that is like an artist's quest is always to learn more, or should be at least in my opinion. तो वैसे spaces में जाके जहाँ पे like I spent a week with 10 or 15 musicians right after the like right before the film came out, actually, for a week in Pune with these guys who are all like in the age group of 22 to 28, and I'm 34. So it was very interesting for me to learn how they are seeing the world, because as an artist you're always basically just commenting on the world around you in some way, right? Like it's always like art is always a comment or a critique of the world around you in some or the other way. So it's very interesting to see how they say the world. Very interesting to like to know how they feel about what we do, and that's why one can stay. That's how one can stay tuned in.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the Royals, Class, and now Gelia,
Oh,
Tu
yeah,
Ya
man,
Main,
yeah.
and many more amazing projects coming up for Netflix. I I would like to hope and believe that your hands are full, and may it
They are.
always remain like that. May you get more and more work. May you remain busy.
Touch
That is
wood.
what I would like to
Yes.
say. And at the same time, would you like to say something to the people जो हमको सुन रहे हैं इस वक्त on 91.9 Friends FM देख भी रहे हैं क्या बोलना चाहोगे
I just want you guys to hear the song, and I want for everyone to like tell us what you think about it. Like just like I always go through the messages I get, so please feel free to DM me. My handle on Instagram is Aditya N28. That's ADITYAN 28. I always go through my has messages there, because I feel that if I don't know how you're feeling about our song, then we'll never be able to get better at what we do. So your critique, your comments are incredibly valuable, and I'd love to hear from you guys. And yeah, that's mostly it.
Absolutely. I hope that इस गाने को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग सुने. We are already playing it. I'm so proud.
अरे वाह.
I'm all set to play the next song, Gelia, which is
There's
lined
a
up.
reprise version of the song. Do play that also.
ठीक है मैं
That's a
definitely
nice
inform कर दूंगी.
version of the track that we're all incredibly fond of.
Okay. I
So
will पक्का
do check it
inform
out.
and then
Yeah.
we'll पक्का से play.
Yeah.
बहुत बहुत thank
Awesome.
you Aditya.
Thank you.
Lots and lots of love to you, bro.
You
बहुत
too.
अच्छा हो
Thanks a
तुम्हारा
lot.
life and whenever you want to come on the show, you're more than welcome.
Hey, thanks a ton. I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much.